Mark chapter 1 verses 6 to 8. John wore clothing made of camel's hair with a leather belt around his waist, and he ate locusts and wild honey. And this was his message: "After me comes the one more powerful than I, the straps of whose sandals I am not worthy to stoop down and untie. I baptize you with water, but he will baptize you with the Holy Spirit." John's clothing was almost the same as Elijah's. He probably had other reasons for dressing like this, but the main reason was that he wanted to be an object lesson to fulfill the prophecy that Elijah would come first. There are different opinions about his diet. What are the locusts that John ate? Scholars suggest they could have been insects, beans, or pancakes of some kind. No matter what he ate, one thing is certain: his diet was simple. He lived in the wilderness. However, he was not so far away or so isolated that people could not reach him. He was accessible so that people could come, listen, and be baptized. In other words, he had a simple life. Away from the complexities of the city, he was simple clothing and had a simple diet. At the same time, he associated with the people in the cities. There are many benefits of such a lifestyle, but I can recognize an important one in the context of the passage. It is easier to keep one's identity. John clearly knew who he was. He was a forerunner and herald, not the Messiah. He knew his role and performed it faithfully throughout his life. It is more difficult to keep one's identity and live by it when surrounded by busy city life. There are more opportunities to compare your life with others. And when you do this, it is easy to fall into a trap of relative deprivation. Once you are trapped, you will try to become someone you are not. You will lose your identity. John said that he was not worthy to lose the straps of Jesus' sandals. In Jesus' time, it was a servant's job to take off his master's sandals and wash his feet. So when spoke like this, he was putting himself lower in status than a servant. He was not trying to debase or humiliate himself, but was rightly describing his role in the work of redemption. He had the courage to portray himself honestly. Do you know yourself? What is your identity? In order to know your identity, why don't you make your life simpler first? When that happens, it'll be easier to listen to the voice of the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit will remind us of our identity. The happiest way to live is to live as we truly are, with our God-given identity.